Have you ever wanted to be a giant in Skyrim? Well, that has somewhat came true. Instead of being a giant, we are wielding its giant club to bonk people with. Now, of course, this mod is not very lore friendly. I mean, you can literally send people to space. You know what? Actually, that seems pretty lore friendly to me. Now, I'm not going to be using any armor during this run, so now I beg to ask the question, can you beat Skyrim with only the Giant's Club? Not even 5 minutes into this run, and this horse already broke the game. I mean, he blessed us with such a beautiful view of his big nose. Out of all the times I played this game, I've never encountered such a rude horse. We decided to go with the race Mark Zuckerberg. Argonians. I'm very certain this horse is working with the Stormcloaks. Look at those eyes. After I seen the last Ginger Stormcloak get decapitated, it was my turn to join him in hell. But before I did, my brother from another dragon came to save me or kill me. Maybe both. We started running for safety from 𝕊𝕚𝕨, but realized, why am I running from him when I could ride him and fly away? After my failed attempt on hitching a ride on 𝕊𝕚𝕨's back, these two are arguing over who took the last sweet roll, so I quickly got away. Hadver told me to close my eyes, and he whispered, "Come here." We stole everything in his chest because we're going to be making a profit. We just need 100 gold to buy the Giant's Club in Whiterun. We ran past every enemy in the area, not harming them, but they decided to jump scare me when I turned around. I snuck past the bear because I didn't want to bear him the trouble of hurting me. I looked up to see my dad leaving to go get the milk again. Little does he know we have some in the fridge still. He can be so stupid sometimes. I activated the Warrior Stone because the Giant's Club is a two-handed weapon, but little did I know it wasn't going to affect the damage of it at all. I told Alvar about the dragon attack in Helgen, and I proceeded to sell everything that I had. I bought the Giant's Club and decided to throw down with the Jarl of Whiterun. It ended horribly. We made our way to Bleak Falls Barrow and yeeted a wolf to oblivion. I put a disabled man out of his misery. I played ping pong with a giant spider. Clearly, he lost this match. I cut Arvel the Swift Driver down, but I glitched him out where I couldn't get the golden claw. Second attempt, we finally got the claw. I got ganged up on by some dragger and about signed my life over to the Jehovah Witnesses, but I clutched it for the adventurer who got an arrow to the knee.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Finally learned the recipe for the sweet roll, but this guy doesn't want me having it. So I bonked him, and he ended up all the way up on the cliff. Due to Skyrim's logic, I was able to wait, and he appeared on ground level again. I hit him one more time to send him flying to his demise, and I got the Dragonstone. We talked to Emperor Palpatine about the Dragonstone and went off to kill a dragon. The dragon swooped in and was taking a Giant's Club like it was a chew toy. After being burned alive by this dragon's hot breath, I decided to give it another swing, and the game bugged out and killed it instantly. Gotta love Skyrim bugs. I absorbed the dragon soul while looking like a complete maniac with that Giant's Club on my back. The Jarl told me to go on vacation to High Hrothgar after he heard voices in his head telling him he was the Dragonborn. As I was going to High Hrothgar, I decided to bully a couple giants because I was tired of them bullying us. My guys, this is for all of us. They got sent to the sky, not us. As I was making my way up to the 7,000 steps, I wanted to play fetch with the animals, but they never came back to me. I wonder why. I seen a frost troll doing his little dancey dance, and I had to put a stop to it. It was too much for the internet to handle. The Greybeards told me to show them my power, so I slung them around like rag dolls. After I blew a few of the Greybeards, they told me to come outside with them to do a video that I'll get paid a lot of gold for doing, so I agreed. I came inside the gate fast, so now I'm just waiting about 9 months to see if a kid pops out or not. After that weird interaction with the Greybeards, I wanted to go to my dungeon, but of course, there's a bunch of squatters outside of it getting free living spaces. They're dead, every single one of them. And not just the men, but the women and the children too. They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them. If you know what movie that's from, props to you. I had the whole zombie wannabe thugs ganging up on me for some money. Typical. On our second attempt, I decided to use High Skin, which regenerates my health at 10 times the speed, which somewhat helped. I still had a very close call. I mean, seriously, how am I not dead? I bullied some dragger and took some cheese, got a shout eternal, which will come in handy later in this run. Found out someone had already been here, which is weird since there's a whole army that I just went through, but it's fine. SpaceX some cultists told them their kind doesn't belong here. Found out who was behind taking the helmet and decided to ransack her place of all her food and wine. Watched the ground give birth to a dragon and said that's enough Skyrim for today. I bonked the dragon a few times and sucked its soul out of its bones. 𝕊𝕚𝕨 still didn't believe that I was the Dragonborn, so I taught her a lesson in physics. I hitched a ride to Solitude for a costume party, but 𝕊𝕚𝕨 doesn't like my costume.
You can't go to a party at the 𝕊𝕪𝕣𝕚 embassy dressed like that.
Bribed a man with a drink to distract the 𝕊𝕪𝕣 while I snooped around the embassy. Looted all the food I could in the kitchen because I forgot to bring health potions with me. Made a ceiling fan out of 𝕊𝕪𝕣 so they all can cool off with. Hit a home run on a 𝕊𝕪𝕣 wizard and ran all the way to base. Got what I came here for and went to the root beer cellar to find out they're torturing people with sweet rolls down here. Bonked the troll but realized he was too tough for me and skedaddled out of there real quick. 𝕊𝕚𝕨 talked to me about getting her friend Master Splinter out of his hiding spot in Riften. I persuaded these two gentlemen to let me through by killing them. Found a man who wanted a fist fight, but instead I lodged him into the metal gate. Bribed the Thieves Guild to let me know about Master Splinter's whereabouts. I found Master Splinter, but he's not a rat anymore. Escaped the rat tunnels and fast traveled to Riverwood to let 𝕊𝕚𝕨 see Master Splinter one last time. Fought a blood dragon off before destroying every Forsworn in the cave. Not the area, I skipped that part. Magically, I let the bridge down without even knowing the symbols. I cut myself with a blade to spread my diseases to 𝕊𝕚𝕨 and 𝕊𝕚𝕨, aka Master Splinter. Watched a wall for over 10 minutes. Begged the Greyweirds to teach me a shout to take on 𝕊𝕚𝕨, but they said double it and give it to the next person. Learned a shout to cure my depression, but instead it only made it worse. I slowly made my way up to 𝕊𝕚𝕨. I ran away from an ice wraith because my giant club does absolutely nothing to it. I made it to the top of the world and 𝕊𝕚𝕨 tried bending me over. Used fire breath because it wouldn't let me use the giant's club to get past this quest sadly, and no, this is not a fail. Asked this old guy where the Elder Scroll was, and he said he would rather be killed to death by sweet rolls than to tell me anything. Bummed a ride to Winterhold because I was too lazy to walk. I was persuading this woman to let me in, but then I watched her get burned alive in front of my eyes. We killed the pestering dragon and sucked him dry of his fluids. We talked to Urag about the Elder Scroll, but to my disappointment he only had Harry Potter books, so he told me about a homeless man living in a cave north from here that might know about the Elder Scroll's whereabouts. I skinny dipped into the freezing water like a real lizard. Found the homeless man and he told me where to find the Elder Scroll. He said it's up to your you-know-what. Seen some metal spiders that need to be beaten to death. Don't let PETA see this video though. I witnessed some big old 𝕊𝕪𝕣 balls dropping down to kill me. Well, we squished that ball into the wall, quite literally. Done some lockpicking to find nothing but trash loot. Skipped walking down the long ramps, instead jumped with my shout eternal we got from earlier. Killed some 𝕊𝕪𝕣 and their pet spider as well. Helped the 𝕊𝕪𝕣 kill the big boy 𝕊𝕚𝕪. After I helped him, he betrayed me, so I team rocketed him. Made a run for it because there were so many 𝕊𝕪𝕣 balls I only had one giant club to bonk them with. Watched a crystal egg pop out an Elder Scroll. Learned Dragonrend to defeat Alduin with. Alduin appeared and he was afraid of the naked lizard staring at him with 1,000-yard stare. I died a few times. After a grueling 30-minute battle, I finally destroyed Alduin. I talked to 𝕊𝕚𝕨 and he said that it was an April Fool's prank that Alduin isn't destroyed. Asked the Jarl of Whiterun to assist me in catching a dragon. He said no. I told the Greybeards that the Jarl of Whiterun was being a big baby about everything and that they need to have a meeting with him. I let General Talius know that I would lick the mold off his feet for 5 gold. I told Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak he needs to get a shorter name. We finally had a meeting about who has the stinkiest finger funguses in Skyrim. Watched a man get swept up and swung off the map by our dragon friend. Used Dragonrend and made sure the dragon knows who's the dominant one in this relationship. Finally got to ride a dragon. It wasn't Alduin, but it will do. We ran for our life because there was 2 dragons and I'm not about that life, my guys. Killed some dragon and spiders for the last time during this run. We had to deal with this Dragger overlord who thought he was all that, but he kept getting pushed down because he is nothing to me. I tried killing this dragon priest, but realized his health bar wasn't going down at all, so I jumped into the portal to Sovngarde. I got challenged by this oddly buff man and sent him flying to the heavens, but he came back to hell instead. Had a group meeting about my addiction to sweet rolls and proceeded to steal every sweet roll and food they had. Tried to take this sweet roll, but it was a lie. We all shouted into the mist to get Alduin to come. Alduin finally came and we all began bonking on his big head. After about 5 minutes we finally defeated Alduin, and thus proving that you indeed can beat Skyrim with only the Giant's Club. I want to thank everybody who stopped by to see this video. If you would, go ahead and like the video or dislike it. Either way works for me, and I'll see you all next time.